Another press launch, and yet again, I was not invited.
And this time, it was for the Royal Enfield Guerilla 450.
So let's just start off with, where did you go?
Okay, so we met at Moto Machine in Clyde, which is the new Royal Enfield concept store in Sydney. From there, it was up the M4, up to Glenbrook, coffee stop there, then through Springwood, down through Yarramundi, and then Bellsliner Road, lunch stop at Bilpin, and then back to Moto Machine. So a real good mix of highways, twisties, bit of traffic. It was a really good test for the bike.
All right, so tell us about the bike.
So the Guerilla 450, it's Royal Enfield's new little roadster that has the same 450cc Sherpa engine that's seen in the Himalayan 450. So it's got a few similarities with the Himalayan. So it's got things like the same clock. It's got the same gearbox, 6-speed gearbox. It's got the slipper clutch and ride-by-wire throttle.
Yeah.
Differences, this one has 17-inch rims. And it's more of a sort of roadster street-focused bike.
Yeah, they certainly couldn't look more different.
Yeah, they do look very different. It's also got conventional forks, still Showa, conventional fork on the front, and then the linkage shock on the rear. So all of that makes it a really nimble little bike. Now, the mid-range is excellent. It's tuned slightly different to the Himalayan, and which meant the mid-range was really, really good. There was a couple of times where a few of us gave it a real rip going up Bellsliner Road.
Yep.
And through the twisties there, it was like really great handling and damn fun.
Who was it aimed for?
Yeah, so I think they're really aiming this at a younger market, at a younger demographic.
Which I kind of think is represented in the colour scheme as well. Yeah.
The colour schemes are unbelievable.
So cool.
They really, really pop. So you've got player black, yellow ribbon, and bray blue. Now, I was on the yellow ribbon, and that was the one that sort of jumped out at me at the start. But after like half an hour or so, I'm looking at that blue one going, man, that thing looks gorgeous. I loved the blue frame and the blue front rim. It just looked amazing.
See, I was surprised by that because I saw you post on our Biker Talk Instagram page the colours, and I thought the yellow ribbon looked incredible.
Yeah, it does look good, but if I was to buy one, it'd be that blue one.
Okay, interesting. When we get different colours of different bikes, they're always very subtle, and they're not great. And I feel like this is one of the few that we've seen that's actually poppy, it's fun, it's bright.
Yeah, it's bold.
It's bold.
Yeah. No, I think they've done a really good job. But yeah, definitely aimed at a younger demographic, which is, it makes sense. Royal Enfield really has that older demographic, my age group covered.
Yep.
And now they're going for that younger demographic, someone just a little bit younger than you.
Or exactly my age. For the young'uns. So then who would be the direct competitor for this sort of bike?
Well, there's a few that are direct competitor in terms of price, but also in terms of engine capacity.
Okay.
So you've got things like the BMW 310 G310R, and then the Japanese stuff. You've got the Yamaha MT-03, you've got the Kawasaki Z400, you've got things like the Honda CB500F. I think that's probably still in the same sort of price bracket and maybe a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
And then the KTM, the KTM Duke 390. There's a Husqvarna 401, which is about the same. The Triumph Speed 400, which came out last year, which is apparently a brilliant bike. The Harley X500, and then there's the new CF Moto 450 as well. They're all about the same sort of pricing, between 8 and 10 grand.
Okay.
The Guerilla sits, pretty much smack bang in the middle of those at about 8.5. So with the Royal Enfield, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
I know that the price of the CF Moto is a bit cheaper, but still a little bit of an unknown quantity.
Yep.
Same with the Harley. Yeah, the Triumph's a great bike. All the Japanese stuff are great bikes. We know that. But I think you get the same sort of quality, with the Royal Enfield. Yeah, it's built to a price point, but Royal Enfield have been making bikes like this for a long time. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So the Guerilla 450 shares a lot with the Himalayan 450, and you can check out our review of that bike over here.
What you want?